disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing on.
And a peek into the locker room. Players soaking in the last few moments. Happy Halloween and welcome to NBA basketball on a couple of injuries for them. Their rotation perhaps shortened and more minutes to go around.
Yeah, 2 quality players out of action. That'll be a factor. The remaining players need to respond.
The starters for Utah. We've got George. He's out there with Zach LaVine. Lauri Markkanen out there with Williams. And it's Hendricks in at power forward. And for Chicago, MP is out there with Ball. Then it's Buzelis. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. And it's Giddey in at the small forward position. Well, Grant, to be here for some horrifying hoops on Halloween. You like that?
I do. That's pretty good, man. What could be scarier than losing on Halloween? Looks like a lot of the fans showed up with their Halloween spirit, so it should be fun for everyone choosing to spend their evening with us.
Here's Buzelis. MP outside. Offensive board. Vucevic. And finally, they hit one.
Getting points inside is no problem for Vucevic. He consistently finds these openings.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Billy Donovan had a few moments to share with me. Zach LaVine's name came up, and I asked how he plans to deal with him. And Coach said, quote, "What's scary about LaVine is how many ways that he can score. So there's no easy answer except for high-effort defense, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So the defense is trying to outwork LaVine tonight. We'll see how that goes, guys."
Appreciate the report, Allie.
Yeah, and let me tell you guys, I've seen a lot of great players come up in this league. MP is as focused on winning as they come.
Now here's George. The 3-ball. And it's Giddey with a rebound. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Pass to Buzelis. Now MP is guarded by Markkanen. From deep, MP. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
Yeah, very accurate shot by MP. He must have been drilling these since a young age.
Markkanen with a screen on Ball. Outside LaVine. Back to George. 6 on the shot clock. Can they get it? That doesn't go either for George.
Yeah, a bit of a slow start here. They're 0 for 4 to begin the game.
Pass to Buzelis. Now here's Vucevic. It's guarded by Markkanen. And here's MP from outside. Utah grabs the miss.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
George feels it out a bit. Williams against MP. Back to George. Markkanen with a screen on Ball. And George launches it from deep. George with another miss.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
To the middle. Out to the right wing. MP outside. Pulls it from the top of the key. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Peeler's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Scoring well this quarter. Picking up steam as he goes.
And Utah calls time here. All right, let's take a quick pause and look at the best shooting teams from last season. Number 1, the Bulls.
Tremendous efficiency on offense. They were willing to put in their work to get great looks.
Jazz trail by 9. Now George, 15 in his last outing. On the wing, LaVine. Back to George. 5 on the clock. To win the drought. Chicago with a rebound. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Ball passes to Vucevic. Now here's MP. Drives to the hoop. That one falls. Coming off the Vucevic feed. Peeler's got 9 points.
Yeah, terrific take by MP. He's just punishing them on the drive.
George outside. Markkanen finds Levine. Pure from three-point range.
Finally, a make for this team. Hopefully it gives them a little confidence.
Yeah, you know, sometimes all it takes is that first bucket to get a team into a groove.
Now here's MP. We saw him with 39 points last game. Tries it from the top of the key. They get it back. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, defending Vucevic, it's rough and tumble.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And so Vucevic nails both of them.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
It's George on the wing, hounded by Ball. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Hendricks. No made baskets yet. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Another three for Utah.
Just a great setup for Markkanen. All he needed to do was shoot in rhythm.
And Giddey has got the ball here for Chicago. Coming into this, having notched to win against the Lakers in their last game.
And in that game, they owned the glass. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Well, watching the film, I thought they did a great job playing with energy.
Now here's Levine. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Dallas. Williams passes to Markkanen. MP against Levine. George outside. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Shot by Levine, no good. Chicago leading by 10. Here's Buzelis. What a tremendous game he played against the Lakers. And here's Ball from deep. MP. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Peeler's got 12.
And excellent perimeter offense so far. Their shooters are clearly in a great rhythm.
For three, George. And it's Giddey with a rebound.
All right, I'm just going to say it. He's 0 for the game. Might be time to stop shooting the ball.
George over to help. Pass to Ball. For three. The shot won't fall. Jazz trail by 13. Now here's Levine. George outside. Here's Hendricks. Over Giddey. Hendricks no good. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 19-6 run. Giddey with it. And he also played really well in the win against the Lakers. MP outside. Takes the three. Gets the three to fall. He's got 15.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
George with the bucket.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Giddey passes to Peeler. Shot is good, off the back rim and in.
And they're behind right now because they're failing to play quality defense. It's that simple.
It's George on the wing. Outside, Williams. Back to George. Good D by Ball.
And his struggles have been apparent. Unable to make an impact scoring the ball.
Giddey finds MP. Vucevic, a screen on Levine. From downtown. And again, it's Chicago with a three.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Ball against George. Markkanen outside. The three. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 7 rebounds in the game. And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assists. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
Well, Vucevic did a good job of feeling the defense there and worked his way into a trip to the line.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
All right, the Jazz making a change here. Pickett, he's checked in for Williams. Forrest comes in for Hendricks. Sexton's checked in for Markkanen. And it's Collier in for Levine. Now here's Sexton, coming off a 16-point game against Dallas.
Yeah, and you see this with a lot of great scores. When they're putting up big nights, a lot of times it's because they're making a lot of free throws.
Smith outside. Takes a three. It's hauled in by Collier. Jazz trail by 20. Will it go? And it falls all over the rim and in. And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for Chicago. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Lakers made a big difference. He had 39 points, and he was red hot from beyond the arc, raining down a ton of threes. He was such a difficult matchup in that one. We'll see how he follows it up tonight. Ryan?
Great report there, Allie. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here in the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
And so here is Chicago, following the bucket by Utah. Dosunmu outside. Vucevic, a screen on Sexton. That shot wide open. And the Bulls lead by 19.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Outside Sexton. Fires the three. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Solid from deep. Sexton is a guy you want taking those.
Now Mitchell hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Dosunmu can't hit.
They're playing with a lot of energy tonight. We can see that in their dominance on the glass.
Sexton, that's good.
Well, there's the sleight of hand by Sexton, launching quickly.
Now here's MP. Give him 20. Picked by Vucevic from deep. MP. It's rebounded by George. Jazz trail by 13. It's stolen by MP. Coming inside. Oh, MP throws it down.
Talk about finishing with power. MP showing the rim no mercy there.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Utah shooting only 37% early. Outside Sexton. George outside. It's tipped. It's stolen by MP. And a fast break now for the Bulls. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Outside Mitchell. Back to MP. The three is up. Again, MP missing. Sexton looking around. Here's Forrest. And he banks in the layup.
Got it in deep, and that's how you do it.
7 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Vucevic. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's MP making things happen for the Bulls, providing the scoring punch right now, putting up a cool 22. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. So far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Guys, we've seen a confident-looking Bulls team out there.
But simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
Taking a look at the Jazz. They've got Williams, Colin Sexton out there with Collier, and it's Pickett in at the 5, roaming the paint. And he's all alone. Here's Mitchell. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Already showing some solid skills as a passer. That'll really serve MP well in the long run of his career.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run. And honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that. There's a touch of artistry to the floater. Takes feel as much as skill.
Collins with a screen on Sexton to the inside. Goes back up. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Chicago shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game. Timeout is called by Billy Donovan. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. This game against Utah, the first time they've met this year.
And they swept the team last season, got the upper hand, and sustained the momentum.
Well, the disparity in talent has been clear-cut, but it's another season and another opportunity to turn the tables.
White for 3, and that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
George outside. Pass to Sexton. Markkanen with a screen on MP. Just 5 to shoot. Sexton, that's good. Sexton's got 8.
It's never easy trying to stop Sexton. I love watching him bounce off the defense and finish in style.
Outside White. And there's the lob. And Vucevic slams it in.
Gliding the pass to where it needed to be.
Wow, a strong finish to seal the deal. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. They'll be hosting Toronto for their next one. That'll be the first of 3 games played at home. Pass to Pickett. Here's Sexton, covered by MP. Sexton misses.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
MP, the pass to Dosunmu. Back to MP. Fires the 3. The rebound by the Jazz. George outside. Levine finds Markkanen. George outside. Here's Sexton. Making his mark again. He's shooting 4 for 9 in this one.
And someone like Sexton Well, all scorers, really, they have to get points around the hoop.
DeSumo, the pass to MP. Here's the pick. A shot from the high post. The shot, no good.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
Here's George. Marking it outside. Fires for three. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Vucevic. Mitchell's checked in for White. Hendricks is checked in for Utah. Pass to Sexton. 6 to shoot. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to belong to Nikola Vucevic.
Well, in terms of bucket getters, guys who just fill it up, Colin Sexton is up there. He's just excellent scoring the ball.
You know, Grant, looking at the career of Colin Sexton, he had a huge third season, averaged 24 a game.
Yeah, B.A. And unfortunately, Colin hurt his knee early during his 4th year. Had season-ending surgery, but we've seen Sexton make a full comeback and just a dynamic scoring guard.
Outside Sexton. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And remember, despite a great start to his career, Colin Sexton was traded after his 4th year, Coach.
Yeah, well, Brian, seems like everybody gets traded at some point now, and Sexton has responded well to that deal. He understands it's not personal, it's a business. He deserves a lot of credit for what he's done.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, too. The team that traded you is also a team that wanted you in trade.
So true.
Pass to George. Inside. Here's Hendricks. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Hendricks has gotten his first bucket of the night.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And here's DeSumo. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Vucevic, the pass to DeSumo. Can't get it. He's now 1 of 4 from the floor. Jazz trail by 20. From 10 feet away. Again, Utah.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Chicago has gotten only 4 of 9 from beyond the arc here in the second. Down low. Here's Vucevic. Utah grabs the miss. Hendricks has got 4 rebounds now.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Outside Sexton. This one for 3. Sinks the tray. Sexton's got 19 points.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Sexton against MP. Pass to DeSumo. 3-pointer. And the 3-pointer goes. DeSumo's got 6 points.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Levine with it. Guarded by Vucevic. Levine can't hit.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Vucevic. From deep, MP. The rebound by Markkanen.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Utah shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Then he drops it first. The Jazz making a switch here.
Taking 2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. And so here is Chicago. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Picked by Smith. And here's MP from outside. He drops it from range. 25 points in the game. And so it's the Chicago Bulls up 19 points as the quarter comes. To a close. And they've been shooting the light. Out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. More 2K action in just a moment.
You look at the Jazz, and looking now at that first half, anything that
and we're ready to get this second half of our Halloween broadcast going. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then it's MP. And it's Ball in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Jazz trail by 19. Pass to George. There's the 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Picked by Vucevic to the paint. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Hard to stop a powerful guy like Vucevic cold. He gets through the foul and gets it to go.
Pickett, he's checked in for Utah. So far, he's made all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4. Utah with the ball. Pass to Hendricks. Up top, Levine. Lets the 3 fly. Buzelis grabs the board. Buzelis has got 4 rebounds in the game. Giddey finds Ball. Outside Giddey. Lets a floater go. Markkanen with it, and it's Giddey picking him up. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Lauri Markkanen's shooting stroke at 7 feet tall had former Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle comparing him to Dirk. Lauri said it feels good to hear that because he's obviously a Hall of Famer, but there's still a long way to go, and it gives me more motivation to keep getting better. He's not getting a big head, Brian.
No, he's not, and that's the way you have to approach it to be great. Thanks, Allie. And with today's switching defensive style, versatile wing players are tremendously in demand.
Yeah, well, position now, Brian, comes down to who can you guard, and guys that can guard 3, 4, 5 different positions. Those 6'7", 6'8" guys are often able to do that, and they are extremely valuable.
And it's been interesting watching Ball find his place in the league. He's done a good job improving his game and focusing on the things he does best.
Second team foul.
Here's George. It's Markkanen on the wing. Outside Levine. Launches it.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors. Starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
That one goes. Count it. Vucevic has got 13 now.
2 physical points from Vucevic. He enjoys bumping down low.
And here's George. Just 5 on the clock. And he comes up with a bucket. He's got 5.
Yeah, they get 1 to fall. Now 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
Now here's Giddey. MP outside. And he lobs it up to the rim. And Vucevic slams it in.
Everyone loves the alley-oop play, B.A.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball. A touch over 2. Minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Levine against MP. Stolen by MP. All by himself.
Defensively, the raw instincts of MP help him guess right. And he gets them out and running.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Utah. Markkanen outside. Pass to Levine. He takes it in, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, even with the injury issues, Levine remains a great athlete.
Here's Buzelis. Now here's Vucevic. Utah grabs the miss. Pickett's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Levine. Oh, MP with a block. Giddy with it. He's picked up by Levine. Ball stolen. And the foul called on MP. That'll be a second foul in the game.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Collins, he's checked in for Chicago.
Coming onto the floor for your Bulls.
George with it. 5 points in the game. Pass to Pickett. Here's Hendricks. And here's Levine. Covered by MP. And now the Bulls in transition.
Yeah, good work by MP, noticing when someone else has a superior opportunity to score.
Utah has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. George passes to Markkanen. Outside Levine. Pass to George. The ball's knocked loose. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Pickett. From the arc. Utah with another miss. Outside Giddy. Collins outside. Now here's Ball. Kicks it out to MP. Let's go with a 3. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got his 4th assist in this one.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
George finds Markkanen. Now Levine. Beyond the arc. And it's Chicago with a board. Buzelis has got 6 rebounds in the game.
Well, he hit a couple of threes in the first half, but none since then.
And Ball gets it to go. Ball's got 6 points.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Pass to Markkanen. And there's a pick. Shot to stop the run. Utah with another miss.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Giddy's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And they just continue to sharpen their offense here in the second half.
George outside. Markkanen with it. Giddy defends. George outside. Back to Levine. Steps back and fires. The bank. Shot, no good.
How many shots has he missed this quarter? Might be time to find offense elsewhere.
Collins with a screen on George. There's ball with a three. Utah grabs the miss. Well, Coach Lowry Markkinen, it's been an interesting study to watch his game continue to improve every year.
Yeah, it certainly has, Brian. You know, he was a complimentary player for quite a while, and then finally has developed into a primary offensive threat, and he has thrived.
Here's Levine for three. Collins with the rebound.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
And Stan, you got into coaching right after college. When did you know you wanted to be a coach?
Brian, that's easy. As soon as I figured out that I didn't have much of a future as a player, I knew I wanted to stay involved in the game. I wanted to coach.
Sexton's checked in for Utah. Collier comes in for Zach Levine.
Well, when you watch MP, you can see the burst he has on the floor. Very explosive young player.
George outside to stop the drought. And it's MP with a rebound. The Bulls have gotten 8 of 11 shots to go in. Efficient so far in the third. Now Dosunmu. He's got 6. And MP throws it down.
Well, when you talk about how MP can score the ball, the possibilities are endless.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. Pass to Hendricks. Sexton with it. There's a screen. Steps back and shoots. Chicago with a rebound.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus. It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And for the Jazz, they're shooting only 42%. Here's Hendricks. 5 points in the game. For three, George. Smith with the rebound.
Well, and after making just one triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
And here's Mitchell. He has 7. MP outside. Collins a screen. Here's MP. It's rebounded by George. George has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Collier. Looking to end the run. Mitchell grabs a miss. Chicago has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Dosunmu outside. Mitchell, the pass to Dosunmu. The 3. Utah grabs the miss. Hendricks has got his 7th rebound here tonight. On the wing, Sexton. Kicks it to George. Drains the triple. George has got 8.
1 this half, 2 for the game. Staying active from beyond the arc.
And for the Bulls, they're shooting a solid 53% from the floor. Here's MP. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Oh, a wise move by MP. Calling his own numbers in the 2-man game.
Outside Sexton. Back to George.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Outside Sexton. Smith with the rebound. MP looking around. And it's good for 2. MP's got 11 in the second half.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Pass to Collier. And it's blocked by Collins. And here's DeSumo. Back to Mitchell. Smith with a screen on George. From deep, Mitchell sinks it from distance. 10 points for him.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Now here's Sexton. Tightly guarded. Back to George. To win the run. Connects from downtown.
Good balance and shooting mechanics give George that NBA range.
Smith outside. Pass to Collins. Kicks it out to MP. Here's Mitchell from deep. Rebounded by Pickett. Pickett's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Collier. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball.
Jazz ball.
Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Chicago. No problem for Chicago as they get the win, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what.
Another game, another win. Good job tomorrow. I see.